Good morning. Early. I just come out to feed the birds, and I fed them, got them some grass from the woods, come back over and give them the grass, because I love grass. And you know, when they don't eat all their food, you think it's, well, sorry, early. When you think they've eaten all their food, you throw it away on the floor, and then the doves come and get it. Because there's a tiny bit of cracked corn in it, and they don't really eat the cracked corn, but the doves love it. So when that, with whatever's left, turns into sprouts, so I give them the sprouts. And they're going crazy on that. And then I give them the water, you know, change their water, and they're all over the place playing in it this morning. They're just everywhere. So they're in a good mood. It is a little bit cooler today. It's still humid, but cooler. But I was just standing there watching them after I finished because they're so active. And I just wanted to show you this flower. So I'm just standing here watching the birds. And I got a whiff of this flower, marigold. Amazing smell. There's like many of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, just by my head here. Just by my nose, look. 2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, many, loads of new ones coming out. Beautiful, beautiful smell. And this is that, normally it's in the evening it really comes out. Normally at dusk you can come out if I'm watering the garden. But it seems like when it's overcast like this, they really go crazy, because it's not so intense on the sun. But I was just feeding the birds and smelt it. Amazing smell. I come over to get the grass for the birds, and there's a load of these mushrooms popping out. I don't know if they're edible or not, but they look nice. Nice to see. Means everything's growing well, organic. When I first come here, this place was burnt dry. Nothing. I think there was one tree that was hanging on. Besides the really big trees, the ones above my head here. Besides those trees, there was one small tree by the now workshop, and no grass, no nothing. It's just burnt. No birds, no bugs, no worms. Couldn't find anything. Anyway, after been here over 5 years now, taking care of here, and now there's lots of different bugs, which brings more birds. Lots of birds. All kinds of different birds. The tiny little finches, the black and white finches you see in pet shops, are here, living in the hedge. Tiny little things, really cute. And the penguin birds that I say, but people like to trap them. You know, this week, there's been 4 different groups of people come. This morning, here's a little bit of spiritual for you. I woke up this morning and I'm like, I could feel they were outside on the street. And I thought, I'm not going outside because I'm only going to get upset with them. I don't want to let my emotions go. Well, I know they're out there trapping birds. Jan comes, she took Simi to her school because a group of her, this is schoolgirls, right, 14 years old, want to go to Bangkok to meet in the mall to have something to eat, and then go to an art museum. At 14 years old, amazing. Because they're all into art. You know, that little group is Simi's way into art. She draws all kinds of things. Anyway, so Jan was here early today, and she come in the house and she said, I don't want to upset you, but I just seen a pickup truck parked at the end of the property, and I went to ask them what they're doing, and they're trapping birds. That's the 4th one this week. So she asked them to move on, and she just said, look, I'm trying to be really nice here. I'm asking you kindly to move on, because if the guy who lives there finds out, he's going to come out and go crazy. So they moved on. But normally the people who do that are very gentle, because they know they shouldn't be doing it, and if you look at them or ask them to move on, they'll just get up and go. But yesterday, there was a guy, day before yesterday, a guy wearing Jan was upset because he's wearing a wildlife protection shirt trapping birds, and he's rude. So I went and found him and got out the truck, and Jan's like paranoid that I'm going to go up and hit him. But I didn't want to hit him. I just wanted to get a picture of his license plate, because if he comes back, because I was going out, and it seems like if they know you're going out, they'll come in the garden and trap the birds in the garden. One time I went out and come back, and I guess they didn't think I was coming back so soon, but there was a trap over here leaning against the tree. I didn't see it, but he was kind of, you know, doing the swaddy-cub, being super gentle. I'm like, why is this guy so gentle? And then he asked Jan, can I get my trap back? Because he knew he had to come in the garden to get it. Back then I was just like, okay, but now if he would have done it now, I would have said, no, you can't have it back. Let the bird, because what they do is they put another bird in the trap to attract other birds. So I thought, let the bird go and you can have your trap back, or I'll keep your whole thing. But I think, you know, when do you draw the line of stealing everything from nature, and don't let nature replenish itself? But I noticed in 5 years since I've been here, it's really come on nicely. Lots of different birds, and more birds coming all the time. Butterflies, everything. So, scorpions. You know, just a note on the birds. Some will say, well, they don't have anything to eat. Well, if they were local, I would say okay. But Jan says they're like 2 hours away on their license plate. It's about 2 hours away. It tells you where they come from. So if you think they're going to spend petrol for 2 hours and 2 hours back to get one bird, it would be cheaper to go to Burger King or go to KFC, or just go to the local place and eat for yourself at your own place, right? Because it's cost 30 baht for a liter of fuel, and you're going to do what, 15 kilometers on a liter of fuel, and it's 60 kilometers, so you're burning 250 baht of fuel to get here to catch one bird. So they're not doing it for food, they're doing it for a fun in the hobby. If you look at their trap arrangement, it's very expensive. It's a bit like high-end fishing tackle material they use for the pole and stuff. So I just say, leave nature alone. Do it somewhere else, but don't come here and do it. While I'm thinking about it, I wanted to say thank you so much for all your super nice comments on the video about my dad, again, because people are still commenting on that video. And the video I did the other day about herbs. You know, some people say, a couple people said for your announcement, well, I'm not making any money. The only thing I want from it is for you guys to be healthy. And if you could understand the code I was talking, be prepared for what's coming in the future. So get the herbs in now so you can take care of yourselves and your families, right? That was my point. And one guy says, I took it and I had it and I got a headache and I did this, and as far as that moringa stuff, he used an expletive word, and oh crap. I'm like, dude, so what was my comment? Delete. No need to comment. If you get a headache, two things. One, you're dehydrated, or two, you could be detoxing. You could have a reaction. I've had headaches from the things I've done. But what does that mean? It means your body's detoxing, getting rid of heavy metals and other things, and it's doing its job. So take it easy, drink a lot more water, and maybe slow down a little bit if it's too bad, but keep going, because that's when you know you're breaking the barrier of getting your health back. So I thought, I'm not even going to try to explain to this idiot, whoever he is. And you know, my thing is, I delete fast. I should slow down, because then I can block too. I'm not here to be talking to rudely. I'm trying to help somebody, and if you're that stupid, then don't come back. You know, people say, why do you delete comments? Because this is my little environment, and I want to create a space where people can come and don't have to look at that crap. They can go elsewhere to get involved in arguments. They don't have to do it here. So I have to slow down so I can block before I delete. So the point is, I'm not making money from anybody. The idea is, I want you to know how to be healthy. like with the oregano leaves I showed you the other day that I have growing here. Pour some boiling water on it, let it sit for an hour to cool down. You can brush your teeth, floss your teeth, wash it around inside your mouth, so if you have gingivitis or any other things going on, it gets rid of it. Even if you don't think you have, it's getting rid of it. Or the eggs, you know, the beginning of it gets rid of it, balances your teeth, balances your digestive system, etc., etc. And it's free. That's the whole point. So I'm gonna eat my food before it gets cold. Pad Thai, lunchtime. Thank you, John. It's another day. What's today? Monday, I believe. Yeah, Monday. And I got a bug in my butt last night to do the hedge. So I did the whole hedge today, and luckily it wasn't hot. But I sweated like crazy, so now my eyes are sore. And they'll be like this till tomorrow morning when I wake up. By lunchtime tomorrow they'll be back to normal, I think. But I did the hedge, and then cut the grass, the weeds along the road. So we're out now. My body feels good, it's just my eyes are sore. Let me show you what I've done. It's getting better. It's I guess I'm learning how to shape better with that new tool I have, but it's I gotta sharpen it for sure. I think once I sharpen it I can attack it a bit more, because if you look down there, it's not perfect but I want to get it you know, funny, huh? So last night I started cutting this back. I got all the way to the end, well, almost to the end, before it got dark. So I've still got to go back down there and go down as far as I can to the edge of the water, and then come back up here and do all this again. But now that I got the hedge under control, I can get on with this. I'll be caught up a little bit. I'm not sure how much rainy season we have left, but Jan told me that she heard on the weather, or on the news, radio news as she calls it, that there's a couple of big dams going north, and they're talking about releasing a load of water, because they said the dams are getting full farther north. So when they open the dam, of course all the water is going to come down this way heading towards Bangkok, and then the river will go up, and then that green stuff will get pushed to the end. So the other day it was looking pretty good, and each day it was moving along, but it seems to be stuck now. But if they do what they say they're going to do, that should move it right along. So on that note, guys, I've said this many times, and as time marches on, it's getting worse. So I'm saying, be safe. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. See you Wednesday. All the best.